Hello everybody, Prepper003 here today with a continuation to my Militiaman Combat Loadout, and this one right here is just something that I know that a lot of people really delve into pretty hard, and I really want to just be able to get this information out onto my channel as the continuation for that loadout video, because I really didn't have time, or didn't want to extend the video too long to put all of the contents of this pack inside that video. So I'm going to be doing that right here, and right now that is the 24-hour patrol pack. And right now I'm going to start with the exterior of the pack and then move on to the inside of it. And right now I have 4 mags on the outside in a dual mag pouch, and the reason for that is that I can resupply my main loadout, and also so that I can be able to, if I need to, be able to supply some spare ammunition to my battle buddies inside of a SHTF scenario, or if a firefight does happen and I have a little bit more ammo on myself, because I conserved my ammo and my shots count, but sometimes maybe they were just mag dumping, so they need a little bit of extra ammunition to get them by. So having a way to resupply yourself or be able to supply your battle buddies or prepping partners is something I see as something that's key. So having the little bit of extra weight that comes with these is something that I see as very negotiable. So that's just what I have out here. Then I also have on the side here, I have some electrical tape, and right now I see electrical tape is something that's a very key essential, because you need this to retain some of the straps that might come undone. You can use this to fix and maintain some of the issues that you might have with some of your electronic devices. There's just so many uses that you can have with this electrical tape. So having a nice roll of electrical tape, quick and easy access, is something that I have. And right now I have just using a Grimlock, and I have it cinched nice and tight there so it's not flying all over the place. So right now it's just really nice and cool here. Now the pack itself is a Mystery Ranch ASAP pack, as you can kind of see from right here. The pack has held together for me over the past year very well. The straps right here, which are very nice to holding a lot of that extra weight. So right now, and the yoke right here is adjustable, so if I do need to, I can adjust for that as well. So right now that's why I really like this pack here, and why I use it so much, especially how supportive it is for the weight that you put onto it. Now the next thing is going to be the top pouch. Right now this is a lot of the small mission essential stuff that you might need, and I'm going to go over that right now for you guys. Now the first thing right on the top here is going to be a Sawyer water filter and the water filtration system bag, and this just allows me to be able to filtrate and to have nice clean water to refill my canteen, or to slowly refill my Camelback, because I can't attach the system right here straight to the tube of the Camelback. The next thing is going to be some type of iPro, which is something that is a must in some type of an SHT situation, or depending on the everyday situation. The next thing is going to be tripwire, and right now you can do a lot of different stuff with tripwire here. So right now just having this on hand is something I see as a nice thing to have on hand. Then I have a Leopold rangefinder. Now this right here is something very good, especially for reconnaissance or surveillance, being able to gate, or even just setting up a range card, being able to tell all the different types of distances is something I see as nice and beneficial, especially being able to quickly do it. Then I have a good 100 feet of paracord. I have some replacement batteries, just 6 CR123 batteries here to replace all of the batteries inside of my key equipment, like my IR laser, my night vision, my flashlights, and everything else. I have a spare radio battery here for my Balefang, fully charged up. I have a spare light right here, just something to have on hand for reading maps and all those other type of good things. Then I have a IR and visible M2000 strobe, and this thing is a very powerful strobe, so you'll be able to see that for quite a ways away. Then in the top pouch here, I have a Bic lighter. I have a flint and steel here. And the Bear Grylls flint steel here really works very well. Then I have just a knife and a multi-tool. And right now this is pretty much what I keep as the quick, easy access, ready to go key essentials here. And I'm just going to move these over here to get them out of the way. The next thing that I have that's quick and easy access through the top pouch right here is chem lights. And I have 2 yellow and 2 green. And right now I would say these are chem lights, they're glow sticks. But these work up to 12 hours, even up to 24 hours. They don't really maintain a very visible light up past 12 hours, but you can still see these very easily and very definitively at night, up to and plus 8 hours long. So that's why I really like them. They're very cheap. You can pick these up at Walmart for less than $1 a piece. So being able to have these and being able to identify yourself at night, even without IR or without night vision, is very key, especially in case of you get ambushed at night or you're attacked. Having these on you and being able to identify friend versus foe is a very key and needed thing. The next thing that I'm going to have that's going to be right up here is going to be a lensic compass. And right now, being able to tell where you're going and the direction, and being able to start gauging where you're going, reading your map and everything and your topo is something that's very needed. And having a nice solid compass on hand, so not something that's very cheap, but a nice solid compass is something that I see as a very definitely needed thing for a 24-hour pack. Now we're going to start getting on to the internals of the pack. Now, right on top here, I have 1 MRE. I have a canteen with the canteen cup. This also aids in filtration as well, or just cooking food if you have like rice or something along that kind of line. But the main key for me is water filtration. I also do have the metal canteen right here, so if I need to, I can boil water inside this as well. Then I have a spare pair of gloves, and right now having some type of hand protection is something that is a definite must, especially if you're having to set up camp and bushcraft and everything. Having some type of way to protect your hands is something that's going to be very needed, because you don't want to get an infection inside your hand or something like that in an extended combat zone or in a SHF scenario, if you will, for us preppers. Then I have a Whoopee in here. Can't go anywhere without one of these. Then I have 2 pairs of socks on each pouch side here. Just something that I think that's something you should definitely have on hand, is a spare pair of socks and underwear. Then I also have a fleece patrol cap, just something that to keep your head warm whenever it starts getting into the cooler times, especially here in Wisconsin. Then I have the Snug Pack Stasha. It's a very lightweight tarp shelter. You can fit it, like you see here, in a small assault pack or even in a cargo pocket. And you can set this up very well and very quickly and take it down and stash it very easily too. Then I'm going to have over here is a Gerber knife right here. And right now, having some type of cutting instrument or something like that is something I see as a definite need for a patrol pack, especially if you're having to, as I mentioned earlier, with setting up camp or setting up a long-term shelter. Having a way to create that shelter is something I view as needed. Now, sometimes you might want something a little bit more extensive, like a hatchet or a small carpenter's axe, but alas, I'm limited on space with this, so right now a knife is all I really need at the moment, because I do have that predetermined stash. Then I have a Camelback here, and this is a 3-liter Camelback. Something I feel a lot of people neglect to have is a fully stocked rifle cleaning kit, especially with some lube, a bore snake, and some replacement parts in here as well for some of the small springs, firing pins, and everything like that, and a spare bolt. Then the last thing I have in here is a schmog scarp, however you want to pronounce it or call it, but that's going to be the last thing. So that's pretty much predominantly what I carry inside of the pack itself. So I really kind of just wanted to go over what I carry inside of here, why I carry it, and some of my thought process on this. Right now I know that I don't have the night vision in here just because I am a little limited on space, and I will move that around depending on the circumstances for what's going on. Like I may have to cut down a little bit on some of the smaller essentials over here to be able to put that night vision unit in. So it all depends on what's going on and the mission objective is and how long it's going to be. But right now the key essential is to be able to keep myself alive in the field for that 24-hour and still be able to have the ability to keep myself mentally active and still efficient inside that 24-hour time frame. And you can even I've extended this same equipment here. I'll pass that into 48 hours by myself as well. So I really look forward to what you guys have to say. If there's any suggestions on some equipment that I don't have in here, like I said, I don't have the night vision in here just because I am limited on space, but alas for what I'm having to deal with. So I want to hear any type of other things you guys might think of, some things that I have in here that you might not want to keep in here, or some of the other thoughts on that. So thank you. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say in the comments below. So thank you. And remember, those that prepare for today survive tomorrow. Prepper003 out. Have a great day.